in terms of my Flemish exam, we had to study some novels, famous novels of Flemish literature, and it happened that at some point I had a hard time explaining everything in Flemish with my low Flemish, that the kind of language that you learn in a high school, which is never really applied. I never had really any connection with the Flemish part, so it was tough for me to talk, and for most of my friends at school. But I knew English, and in fact my teacher, Flemish was the same one than my teacher in English. It was the same teacher. So I finished up my exam in English because it was easier, and it didn't make any problem, showing that somehow on the Walloon side the pressure to study Flemish was not very important. You know?
At this moment, the average Flemish youngster is better educated than the average French-speaking youngster. I just don't make this up. There are statistics about it. But maybe it has to do with, proving themselves. Proving that you're not second-rate, uncultivated citizens. And so trying to confirm with a vengeance a certain degree of self-esteem.
Like in primary school, everyone in Flanders gets educated in French, gets French classes up until we're 18. At the end of high school, you get at least 3, 4, or 5 hours a week, depending on which kind of study you do. But yeah.
When do they start learning Flemish?
Well, in the last year of primary school.
Is it obligatory?
Yes, they do have to study it. In some schools you can make a choice, but normally the first language you learn is the language of the other side of the country, that is Flemish in this case.
So in the last year of primary school they are 11 years old?
They are 11 years old.
Okay. And do you think that they are getting enough Flemish education?
Enough Flemish, but I think they get enough, except that there is hardly any context where they can practice it, except in the classroom. So they might have a class, and I would say that for all the languages they would learn, it's never in the context. So there is never any need for them to express themselves in the other language. As long as they can say, hello, my name is this, I live in that country, or I live in that village, and they can make a small dialogue with a friend of theirs in the classroom, then it's okay, But there is never any need to say, excuse me, where is the street that would bring me to that theater, that movie theater, or whatever. It's all fake, And I think, I would say it's fake in Belgium. I think it's that way in other countries too. It's never applied.
The main reason was the lack of proper education for the children. It's a very strange and it's not a coincidence. It's an evolution where more and more French speakers, I'm talking about the top layer of society, send their kids to Dutch-speaking schools. You have the elite, the Brussels elite now, which sends their kids massively to the Flemish-speaking schools, where you have, like the school where my kids were, primary school, where you had 1 or 2 real native Dutch children in class, and the other 20 students in class were non-natives. And you can say anything about it, but you cannot avoid that this will bring down the level of the education. It is unavoidable if you have kids who are not natives, although they are from primary school, even from kindergarten onward in Dutch, in a Dutch-speaking school environment, because at home there's only one language, and that's French. Although there are even kids where there is a third language, the French in the street, another language at home, and Dutch in school. And those kids are completely lost. They speak 3 languages, a little bit of 3 languages, but then they don't master one single language. That's even more difficult. But in general, it's 2 languages. And I have kids that are raised in Dutch and they go to school in Dutch. And they were not exposed to French, so their level of Dutch was way better than the level of the other kids in school. So to have a quality education, we just had to move. You can say about Dutch education, you can summarize it in one catchphrase, that is the Dutch schools in Brussels are the victim of their own success.